Hey everybody, it's Buff, continuing our playthrough of the Path of Champions. Today, we'll be tackling Annie's 2-star quest, the Titan of the Depths, and let's take a look at our Annie before we jump into the adventure. And so, our Annie has finally hit 1-star power, so our spells and skills deal 1 extra damage. In terms of the champion level, she is up to champion level 10, and we are still carrying the same relic. When summoned, refill your spell mana. And so, with that being that, let's go ahead and jump on in. See if we can't take down Nautilus here today. Feeling good. I think we can do it. It's like the 1-star really helps. The second one is the big one once you get the second starting mana along the way. But we have so many of these abilities that take advantage of that extra point of damage that we can get a lot of work out of it. Okay, and so I'm not entirely opposed to picking up Fixer Upper. For the most part, this just turns Annie into a 3/5 unit, which is a pretty good deal, right? For a 1-mana 3/5 that has the Molten Shield ability. Ideally, we would come up with an additional way to give her Overwhelm, because there's just going to be a bunch of times where she attacks. She does the Molten Shield, it kills the unit, and then the damage from the remaining Fixer-Upper stats doesn't do anything, but I think this will still be a pretty good start. It doubles up in ability when we have starts like with whatever the 2/1 1-drop is. Lots of decent choices in here. Okay, so the foe's sea monsters have Fearsome. Let's jump on in. So what you got? None of these are Annie. We'll go ahead and mulligan all of this away. What's that guy's name? Legion Saboteur. That's the one that I couldn't remember the name of. Oh boy, this is a bad start. I'm glad our bad start hits on the very first adventure and not somewhere later on. the units are a little bit weaker at this stage, and so I feel like a stumble won't hurt nearly as much. Okay, we have the Death's Hand to take down the Jaw Hunters. I feel pretty okay about this. We're about to start recovering. Our prefects are really going to pop off. The Legion Saboteur will give them the bonus stats. I think we're good. You all were worried, weren't you? Say, oh shit, Bust gonna lose the game. Nah, man, not today. Not today. It's a pretty big sea monster coming at us, though. Get a nice 8 chunk in. It is. He's playing sea monsters. We already got the sea monster. The prefect's a 7/7. Huge. Just huge. Okay, let's shut down all of his sea monsters. We can block and trade with the beast below now since our Spellslinger has the pickaxe. Happily enough, take him down. Then we should be winning next turn on our open attack. We don't actively have any ways to boost our units, but we can still disintegrate. Right, you can play the disintegrate here. That'll go on the stack, activate the Mana Soul, and then we'll get the boosts on our other bros. So, all right, GG. Slow start, but didn't even manage to take a point of damage. All right, what you got for us here? More Legion Saboteurs? Definitely on board. Not taking Ice Quakes. I could definitely see an argument for Pack Mentality as well. This is a pretty fantastic finisher, but when we get to come in and stack on our good units, so we aren't adding any bad cards to our deck, right? We aren't adding just like rando 1-drop to our deck. This is actually a good unit. And then if we pick up an item on the Saboteur or something, we can really stack hard onto our good play. And so if you get to stack on your good units, that's great. And then you can also consider stacking on your bad units just in terms of trying to remove them later. So it's kind of like a 2-for-1 in terms of getting bad cards out of your deck. All right, but here, lots of good choices. I'm leaning towards just taking Bard. We would kind of want to switch to stacking Bards instead of stacking Annies, but The birds are fantastic units, and it's good interactivity with the Cosmic Binding. Otherwise, we're just taking Azir, which is fine, but we just don't have any combos with him at this point. So I'm going to go ahead and just take the Bard. You know, it's a little unfortunate when he doesn't have stacks and stacks and stacks in your deck to add all the chimes, but he'll still be okay. And here, do we want to go to the shop or do we want to go to the healer? Not particularly worried about either battle. I think I just want to go to the healer, and we'll look to take the like Captive Greyback out of our deck. And then here, give the player's weakest ally vulnerable this round. This works pretty awkwardly with... was that a round start or both rounds? I think it's round start. It works kind of awkwardly with the power we have that gives your weakest ally +3/+3. Just depends on... well, it should just work out fine all the time, right? When it goes to our opponent's turn, he's going to give our weakest unit vulnerable, then that weakest unit's going to get +3/+3. So yeah, we should safely just counter him now that I think about it a little bit more. All right, put some incidental damage onto Annie. Not a big deal. Says, watch me heal all this right back up. Appreciate it. Here, I'm just going to go for some width. We aren't like really built up enough to get the prefect going, and so I'll feel a little bit safer after this turn. This is a pretty strong attack. He's going to have to throw his Ice Veil Archer probably in front of Annie, where he just loses it, takes a bunch of damage, and then we're getting built up for better prefects now. Emoting, bro? Cupcaked. Get cupcaked, bro. Sure. Okay. Opponent keeps trying to take Annie down. Just doesn't work, dude. Just doesn't work. Now she's going to get to grow. What up, Tibbers?
I want to play a game of hide and burn. You can do better than that.
Ripped him. Neg 12 coming into 7. Easy peasy. Let's go make some more friends. All right, so what do we got here at the end? We can pick up Mana Soul students, like kind of like with the previous one. I'm not really excited about stacking these, but it is a unit that we can just cut out of our deck. But I'm actually kind of interested in Guile over here. They're, like, our opposing units tend to be pretty meaty, and so this gives us a nice way to interact around them. So say it's like turn 6, opponent spends all 6 mana on a big sea monster, and then we just Guile it, right? Just a very big tempo play. That's also going to come in and replace itself. And so I think this is okay as opposed to picking up the Mana Soul students. And as we go to the healer, I was thinking I wanted to talk about the Mana Soul students. Like, the typical cuts we make in this deck are either Captive Greyback or the Mana Soul student. And here I'm just going to cut out the Greyback. There's going to be a lot of big units in our future, and while he does work with the Cosmic Binding, he kind of works with Guile. I think he's going to struggle as we run into some larger units, and he's a pretty safe cut here. All right, what do we got at the shop? Check the power, draw 2 at the start of game, not horrible. 2 mana Arachnoid Sentry sounds pretty good. Again, like, I really like these stuns against the enemies we're playing. We could technically look towards Iceborne Legacy if we can try and stack a single copy of a unit a little bit. But I think I'm just going to go with the sentries out of this. I'll take them all, please. All right. On to the Proving Grounds. The foe's units have +1 health. Game start, the foe creates the Scar Grounds in hand. Back in the days of Lab of Legends, this used to be a super high rolly adventure. It was a fun one, but it could get out of hand pretty quick. It's a little bit toned down now that the opponent doesn't start with the Scar Grounds on the board. Alright, let's get him, Annie. Oh, goodness. Fight or die, bro. Just stun you forever. You're not gonna get to pick up any toughs. Alright, he's already got tough. He's not gonna get to pick up any extra stats. Oh, Elixir of Iron. Well played, dude. Well played. I would have never thought of that angle myself. Okay, so the thing you have to watch yourself with these battles is we attack with Annie, right? Say he blocks with the 0-7. The Molten Shield is going to hit, so this will get the +3 attack, and then since the unit's not dead, it will strike back at our Annie. It's something you see with quick attacks as well. It's not going to be a problem here. I'm looking to just guile down the Unscarred Reaver, but it's something to watch for, especially if your Annie is a little bit smaller. Gosh, we just picked up a cheapo Arachnoid Sentry. Feels pretty good. Oh my gosh, I can't quit yawning. I'm so sorry. Alright, so let's go ahead and take down a stun. We'll put it on the old Wolf Rider. He's just a little bit bigger than our units, so we can shut him down for a moment. We're making emotes, bro. Alright, well, we're getting pretty close. Pretty close. Oh, we gotta do it this way. Deal 3 to the Overwhelmer. Then we're gonna come in and disintegrate. We're getting pretty close to lethals. I don't think we'll get it this turn. It's like he's gonna drop a unit on board, but we're getting close. So this is what I'm talking about, where it's very useful to have Annie with Overwhelm. This 4 attack just isn't going to punch through. Alright, we'll at least take down his unit that matters. I keep thinking in my head that he's going to hit us with the Scar Grounds, and he just hasn't even played it yet. It's so strange to me. I think we're okay, but like I was envisioning a lot of plays in my head that involved the Scar Grounds being on the board, and it took me forever to realize he hasn't even played it. All right, we're good now. Just get him with the Legion Saboteur. See ya, Unscarred Reaver. Say what up to Sejuani while you're at it. Oh, you're making mad faces. Give him a little cupcake. A little cupcake will solve the problem. Okay. Sejuani coming up soon, that's for certain. I'm kind of interested in Zap. This is always good in these decks, being able to come out and draw cards. Zap is just an overall pretty fantastic unit. This is a fine enough War Chefs, but I like the value we get out of Zap. Onto the item chest. Huh. I like stacking in more birds, but the free attack thing is kind of detrimental. I'm just going to go with the improved Death's Hands. Hopefully we can use that to take down some of these bigger units. And now with the healer, we can cut the gray back out of our deck, since we already... Or whatever is left. The Mana Soul Student, I guess. Alright, Sejuani, let's battle. Alright, so we did get an Annie start. We'll get rid of the Disintegrate, and otherwise this hand looks powerful enough. Our Death's Hand is actually plus 2 damage, since we have the Annie ability, and then we just picked up the, I don't know, Rabadon's Death Cap, or whatever they call it, onto the Death's Hand this game. Oh, very powerful. Oh, fucking really? God damn it. Okay. I guess that just happened. Is this really worth the Death's Hand? Probably. I just like to keep him from coming at us. Like, if he's not getting impacts, then it's keeping him away from leveling up his Sejuani and getting plunders on board. So we'll open. I'm going to drop the Bell Ringer, and we'll try and save the Spellslinger for next turn. We might find ourselves being like, well, let's just play Zap instead. Depends on how fast he's going to be coming at us. Oh, that's a lot of chimes. Let's get him down. Can potentially pick up additional chimes with Bard, right? If we say, or I mean with Zap. If we drop Zap and then he hits the chimes. Fucking hey, Wolf Rider's coming in strong. All right, we'll be fine. See if he's gonna drop Sejuani on us. Ripped Sejuani. Solid effort. Nice try. Yeah, no Fury of the North with the 1 mana. Now we should be pretty safe. We can just stun whatever units he plays this turn. I think we'll be good to go. Okay, we can stun over here to the left. Don't really care what we get. Whispered Words is fine. That's going to work fantastically with Bard. We can follow up with the Spellslinger to kill the Wolf Rider. And I'm pretty sure we're going to be good just to win on an open attack. Just going to go ahead and overwrite this little spider. Get that extra point of damage in. Alright, Sejuani, get wrecked. Shared spoils isn't gonna do it. Shared spoils isn't gonna do it. Alright, GG. Boss 1 complete. Okay, and then I'm not going to come in and stack Bards. I really like stacking copies of Annie. I get it. He can be... he's much better in bigger stacks in your deck since you get the additional chime every turn, but I'm pretty happy with just the Annies here. So let's get to rolling, though. That wasn't a very powerful ability. Annie with the free attacks, though. It's a little dangerous, but I think it'll be okay. She seems to be pretty healthy in most of these combats and helps us power up her game-starting abilities. And boom, Overwhelm. Perfect, perfect. So I'm going to dodge the Poros here. This is one of the most challenging encounters in the game. and I really want to have more star powers before we take on the Poros. And so I highly recommend just dodging this, unless you're just out here like really looking for a challenge. And so we'll make our way down to the Abyssal Eye instead. The foes' allies have Nexus Strike, draw 1. We're about to just start really slamming the damage in, though. If we can find an Annie. I was excited about getting those early game quick attacks in, but you gotta draw the champion for that to work.
Oh, I've never met anyone like you. For the tribe. Moving into sight.
All right, we'll play it a little slow. Don't need to lose all of our health on the first encounter after the boss. Cool. Very good round for us. He's going to get to draw a ton more cards, but we got a nice value attack in. We'll get a trade with the Petricite Hound. Oh man, I forgot we were going to heal. Oh man, I double forgot that in our last game I was wondering why I was wondering why Bard leveled up so quickly, and I forgot that +3/+3 counts to leveling up your Bard. So that's why I leveled up so quickly. Little worrisome here. We could have like stopped a lot of this damage if we played the Spellslinger that basically shuts down 2 of his units, but we'll see if it matters. We took the greedy route.
Come on. That all you got?
Gonna try and kill off his unit before we attack. We'll see if we can just spell sling in. Yeah, Riptide Rex is pretty good. I think we probably still just want to kill his unit.
The bite doesn't hurt. The venom sure does.
And we'll just give it a round. Like, we can trade into the Riptide Rex, but then he's like gonna fill out his board. We're not quite able to fill out our board. I just want to give that another turn as well. He's gonna get to draw 1. We'll get a little bit of usage out of Cosmic Binding, and then I think we should be caught up. Oh, that's it? That's all you're bringing?
You can do better than
I was expecting more than that.
Schools suck.
schools out.
Okay, so we'll just play our units that can get guaranteed trades. As good ones fall, now we can refill again.
I alone stand against the abyss.
Need to shore up a bit of late game in here though. It's a little scary. A lot of our draws just aren't very good. I haven't done a good job of making sure we have enough expensive stuff to do. So we need to maybe pick up an expensive card along the way here. And then we can't play Annie because of the Abyssal Guard. Kind of annoying, bruh.
I taught you.
Come out, wherever you are. You'll regret when I lift this.
Uh-oh. Oh, god damn it. I didn't even like process that the Unscarred Reaver was on the board. F. I talked about that play in the previous adventure and then just completely forgot about it for this one. We're gonna get ground out of this game.
I prove myself to the War Mother.
Maybe he'll keep doing dumb stuff like this and give us a shot, but this is looking pretty tough. We can like grind a little bit just with our bonuses. Like if we send our good unit in every turn, we get a little bit more out of it. But yeah, So we'll attack with the stuff that can survive. He's going to block with the Abyssal Guard. We'll send a Death's Hand at it. So we get a ton of damage in this round, and then don't lose any units. That's one of the kind of keys against this match, is they need to be getting Nexus Strikes to refill. And so if you can shut it down, it helps quite a bit. I'm still not really happy with that that one turn where we could have played our... we could have gotten in... God damn it. We could have... We played one card when we could have played two, and had a stun along with it. We're really kind of still getting punished for that. All right, where can our dudes survive?
Ready. You can't do this.
That looks pretty good. Sad face, I know, dude. Sentry was a pretty good draw. What are we at here? 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I'm not going to be able to lethal this turn, but we can still wear down more of his board. Zap's out here just doing the work.
Very nice.
He's going to deck himself. He should be getting close. No, he's got 17 cards left. Alright, so I think as long as we make it, once we make it to the next turn, we'll be okay. I think we should be at the spot to where we can end this one. Oh, we didn't hook our Zap? Oh, our Zap has Tough. I don't know where that came from. Good chance our Bard is just bigger than any random card he draws, right? This one drops, good chance they only have 1 health. So a pretty decent chance that Bard will get to chunk in a point of damage. All right, we made it through that one. That was scary, but yeah, it's always nice to get a little reminder that you can't completely just ignore the top end. You have to have a little bit of something expensive in here, and we just don't have it at this point. So we'll watch out for that a little bit as the upcoming shops and things hit. What do we got? Well, the Legion Saboteur. As I go on about how we need to pick up expensive stuff, we're going to come out here and get a 1-drop. But the draw 1 on this is huge. This is stacking pretty strongly into our deck, and so I think I feel okay with that. Don't need gold. We're already stacked pretty high. Starting Annie off in our hand is pretty good. It lets us just mulligan her away. I'm on board. Onto the shop. The power is Grit. Which one is this? Grow my power to match my health. It's okay. I just want something like a little bit more expensiver. Let's give it a roll. The Prefect that summons Prefect's not terrible. Pack Mentality is kind of perfect, though. I'm actually just going to go for the full 3 copies. It's that's a little aggressive, but I think starting with Annie in our hand counts as a draw 1, and then we have like 6 copies of the Saboteur in our deck that immediately just cycles and draws a card. I think we should be able to deal with drawing multiple copies of the Pack Mentality. I think that'll be okay. Yeah. Oh, I don't want this. I'm going to reroll it. Oh my gosh, we had Domination. Perfect. All right, feeling pretty good now. Feeling pretty good. Do we want to go to the champion chest because our Annie's getting so strong? I think that's okay. Which one's this? When the foe summons a unit, if they aren't deep, they toss 2. Otherwise, they reduce the cost of sea monsters. So this is just like a damage race. I'm okay with that. Say, I bust, you got to beat Patchwork before you make your way to the boss. Some of you nerds will know that WoW reference. Okay, so no Annie, so we'll draw 1 here at the beginning of the game. She's going to get like 5 attacks in on the first turn. It's pretty good. We play Annie, she gets a free attack. Watch this, I'm going to attack again. Get your dumb cards out of here, Direct Dredgers. I'm attacking. We fucked that up again, didn't we? I didn't realize this had 4 health. I even thought in my head, I was like, yeah, we get an extra point to health on this round, or an extra point because of our Annie ability. This is gonna be just fine, and let me tell you, that didn't go as planned.
I have my order. Everything's in behind.
But we're doing just fine now. We want to save our stuns for once the sea monsters start to come on board. The prefect should be pretty safe here. We've got this Death's Hand to weaken the beast below. We could use the Disintegrate if we needed to, but I think this is a higher damage route. Oh boy, this is just lethal, huh? Get fucking boomed, dude. GG. I mathed that. I did the math in my head. I knew we had that one. No. So what do we got? More Zap's always interesting, but man, this Legion Saboteur is just too good to pass up. All the card draw, all the chimes, it's like everything about that is fantastic. Then, do we want the +1/+1 to Annie? We probably just want the bonus health, right? We do have Overwhelm on everything, but I just prefer she not die, and I kind of like the ideas of her just getting the +3/+3 at like every opportunity. So here, I'm going to cut out House Spider. It just doesn't have any items in it and doesn't do a ton in our deck outside of give 2 units for Pack Mentality. So alright, when any unit dies, heal the foe's Nexus 1, and the foe tosses 1 if they aren't deep. I just won't let our units die. How's that sound? Easy peasy. Okay, of course, we mulligan away Annie. Good chance we just redraw her because we have 5 copies, but I want to give ourselves the shot to get the free copy in hand. And we should be booming through here. Vile Feast. No one cares. Alright. I think we're good. Our Annie's going to start to grow now, so these attacks with her will be much stronger. Both of these Saboteurs looking pretty strong. I like it.
I have my order.
Fresh is worth at least twice as much.
Explosive.
Alright, I guess you're getting a free hook either way.
They'll never
Oh, he doesn't have the attack token? It's actually our attack token? I wasn't paying attention, I just knew we had domination. Okay. I don't think we really want to like stun the Jaw Hunters next turn, but it's like if he plays a 4/4, like if he plays that 4-cost 4/4 and we get a stun and then a kill on the Jaw Hunters, that's pretty huge. And so, all right, he didn't go for it, so we'll let him just take the combat. That's okay. Still pretty far away from deep.
What good's power if you're not gonna use it?
Yeah, now he has it. What a lame-o. We're still looking pretty strong here, though. We have the Disintegrates if we need them.
First the smoke, then the fire, then the Come on. What you got?
Laser Beam.
Do better than that.
I don't want to play the Annie Disintegrate. Let's pull that back. I want to play a regular Disintegrate. I don't want to be shuffling Annies into our deck. It's not a card that we want to draw. More emotes, bro. Looks like this open should be good enough. That'll shake him. Neg 19 coming at you. Get wrecked, Nautilus. All right, and so not a bad adventure. I think we had some good things pop up there. I'm glad to see the time show up to where we might get punished for not having enough late game. I'm glad to see that start to come a little bit more into fruition, make it more mentionable as we go along, and then we ran into trouble with some of the adventures, and so some good strategy points there as well. But not a bad collection of games. I had fun with it. I hope you had fun with it too. And that is going to do it for us today. Hope everyone enjoyed the video. You have yourselves a good one.